All right, Joel, thought I'd do this real quick before I ship out today. This is all your stuff here I'm flying with. You can get your handy balance checker. Check these batteries out when I'm done. I'm gonna try doing just one of your 4S5000s and see how long we can keep it in the air. I think I'm gonna set your timer for about 7 minutes. And with all this extra weight, we'll see how she does, because this is your fully loaded bird here. It's got these extra guys on here that added a tiny bit of weight. Your landing gear and a plate of G10 I had to put in there so I could kind of mod up something for your batteries. So you can put 1 or 2 batteries in there. If it's just the one, slide it a little further back like that. Otherwise, you could like center it on the plate and it's close to CG. And that's with 2 of them. So I slid that battery back a little ways on there for as close to CG as I can get. I figured the GoPro's on this side, mount the battery on that side. Clover leaves right here. I would suggest just zip tying it to this little post here. As you can see, they're kind of fragile, but we got plenty of clearance from the props. If you'd have done a 900 megahertz, it'd have been like out to here and close to, you know, being able to flex into the props possibly. So pretty sweet setup, man. Your ground station. So I got this puppy, you know, three little layers of this Coroplast stuff. This guy back here I hinged on the one side so you can set it out here. Sorry, I gotta hold the camera and do this while I'm trying to show you what's going on, but you can kick it wherever you want, you know, as far down as you want. So right about there, man, 45 degrees ish, and your skew planer wheel just kind of sits upright when it's at an angle, so that's perfect. Didn't really have to do anything there. This is your diversity controller. What you do basically, when we get ready to fly here, we'll plug in your goggles to one of either video out. So you could have one going to like a recorder or something like that if you wanted to, and or a screen somebody else can see, and then one for your goggles. This is the little goggle pack here. So went a little different. I didn't think I'd be putting the pack on the ground station like this, but I did. So anyway, here's your cord for your goggles. What we'll do here, sorry, I'm trying to hold the camera while I'm working here, but I'll show you what we got going on. So basically, this end goes into your goggles. The JST that you see goes into the BEC on your ski goggle mod to run the fan. This bullet or a big barrel connector that gives you power to your goggles from this battery, which is also the other end of it's right here, the Deans. And then this is your video. So this is what you're going to plug into this battery. And then obviously your yellow lead is for you know, your video out, and the other leads are for audio. And there's another power connector that you don't want to worry about. It's just for if you hook it up to something separately, and it draws off of whichever power source has the most voltage. So in this case, all you're hooking up is your Deans to this guy, and then these guys, this is your AV cable, your barrel connector for power, and your JST for the goggles. So we'll leave this end over here, and we plug this guy into your Deans on this guy here. So I'll do that in a second. And you plug your yellow audio or video cable into either of the outs, doesn't matter which. And then your goggles, which are not in your ski goggle mod right now, I'm just gonna show you how it works here on the table like this. Okay, so you got your power. Let's see if this works. You got power here, and you have video here. And this is kind of a funny little connection here, this AV. I pushed it all the way in the other night, you know, to where the connector's touching the case, and that's, I guess, too far past. I don't think it's hurting anything. I don't feel anything moving around in there, but it's kind of a finicky little connector, so I was a little disappointed with that, but not too big of a deal. And then again, this is your JST for your ski goggle mod to run the fan. That plugs into your BEC. So this guy here is your contrast and brightness. I think it's one or the other. I just basically mess around with it until it looks close to realistic out there, and then I go. So your main power switch here, that flips on your entire ground station. Now both your receivers are powered, your diversity is powered, and the battery is right here. Let me set this guy down. Got a scorpion strap holding your battery, so when you need to remove the battery, this guy comes out, you unplug it from the harness. There's a harness up in there you unplug it from, and that's powering your entire ground station. So she's plugged in. All you got to do is leave her plugged in and use the switch until you need to charge. So strap that puppy back in, and I'm gonna hook it all up here and put this thing in the air. I thought I would show you what's going on upstairs here. I kind of forgot to mention any of that when I was going over your ground station. Just got done with that flight, by the way. Freaking awesome, works great. So easy to fly by the goggles. That altitude holds killer, man. I can't wait to get myself a NASA. Anyway, small 3S battery. This is your power. Basically, this powers a 2-in-1. This is one side of the 2-in-1, and this is your lead that comes off of the bird for the lights. So this is one of the two power leads coming off of this 2-in-1 that plugs into your main pack. The other one is over here. I think I tucked it up in there, but basically it powers your transmitter, your video transmitter, and you know, that's how you get your video. So let me show you this guy real quick. So I plug these two together and I'll have lights if this battery is connected. So there are the lights, and you know, I actually forgot to undo that one. So oh, there it is. So your other side of the 2-in-1's right here. If you unplug that, your video will turn off, and if you unplug this guy, your lights will turn off. So that's that, man. Okay, dude, here's your goggles. Got the lens deal right here. I took that guy out, so I figure whatever you end up wanting to do to install your goggles into here, you can trim this to fit. And so that guy goes in your box. I got your fan installed here on top, put a little goop on both sides here, and ran the wires up underneath. So eventually when this is all finished and everything, you could hide everything, all the wiring, so it won't look so bad. I ended up actually using my own BEC last night. It was really late, staying up late trying to finish up this stuff here. This is kind of the last thing to do. So checking out your BEC that you bought, which this one is a better BEC. It's more expensive anyway. It was a switching BEC, and I don't know how it works exactly, and being 2:30 in the morning or whatever, I really didn't want to try to figure it out. So I went ahead and took my BEC that I know works and installed it on your bird here, soldered in what you need. JST will plug into the one side of your, let's see, the side that goes into your goggles. There's a little JST lead that I was showing you earlier at the park. Once you plug that in and there's power, this fan will spin. And I tried to kind of set it off a little bit so it wasn't really blowing hard in there, because it is blowing pretty hard. I don't think it'll dry out the eyes too much, but I don't know. You'll have to experiment and see how you like it. But basically I wanted to make this to where it reached over to this side here, and you can pull the strap. Hold on a sec. Pull the strap back and it pretty much covers it so that it's fairly hidden. And then this side here is also the same side that you'll have your connectors going into your goggles. So there they are, dude.